Welcome to Gene and Mike to the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Thursday, August 7th, 2025. So, what did you think of today's crossword?
I am embarrassed to say how long this crossword took me to do.
Okay, do you have to express the answer in minutes, hours, days? If you have to express it in days, that would be surprising. So I'm going to assume minutes.
No, you can assume hours.
Really?
At least one, yes.
Oh.
It took me a long time.
Huh.
So, and it's just my own fault because I was very tired. But like I always do, I start the puzzle, right after it shows up. And I was like, I just can't get anything. And finally, it was just to the point. It's like, oh, this is stupid. So I went to bed and
in the morning solved it in 15 minutes.
Yeah. But in the meantime, I had spent about 50 trying to solve it with half a brain. So so anyway, but no, I eventually got it done. And it was a good puzzle. I liked it.
Yeah, I usually do a quick sanity check. And if I can't remember my name, that's the point at which I think, perhaps I should stop doing this crossword.
Not bad. Not a bad idea.
The theme, you sort of had to get the theme certainly helped confirm that you had the right answers.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on, especially when I first started this. And even when I finally was coherent, it was still a challenge. But yes, the themed clues were nothing compared to their or answers. So you had to find the revealer, which was right in the middle of the puzzle. And that was 36 across. In vain, or how to read the theme clues. And the answer to that was fruitlessly. And once I saw that, I'm like, oh, okay, I think I know what's going on here. Because I had gotten 25 across, chatted online in brief, and I had the I am, but I thought, why do I need like 7 more squares? That's what you're doing, chatting online. You're IMing, but the answer turned out to be impeached. But if you take the peach out, fruitlessly, you get IM'd, which is chatting online.
Right.
So all of the themed answers had a fruit in them, but you had to take the fruit out in order to actually answer the clue.
Yes.
So 17 across, mixtures in copier cartridges. The answer turned out to be top earners. But if you take that PEAR in the middle, pair, out, you get toners, which are mixtures in copier cartridges.
Yes.
Then we had 49 across, which was some fishing gear. And the answer to that was Roman gods. But if you take that mango, which is right in the middle there, part of Roman and part of gods, you end up with rods, which are fishing gear. And then finally, 58 across, investigate in detail. And that was problem 1. Problem 1. But if you take that lemon out in the middle, you get probe.
Right.
Which is investigate in detail. So that was the theme. Very clever.
Yes.
Very clever.
Yeah, really, really nice.
But boy, sure stumped me last night. I didn't know what was going on.
And you figured it out with impeached.
Yes, I figured it out with impeached.
That's interesting because I figured it out. I was sort of getting bits and pieces everywhere. And then at 58 down, I thought, okay, it's got to start off with the word probe. So I had probe. And then through the rest of the crosses, I had EMONE. And so I had 56 down. The Baseball Hall of Famer Guerrero to fans was Veed.
Veed, V-E-A-D.
I don't know if you're familiar with Veed.
Nope, but I've heard of Vlad.
Vlad. And I looked at that for a bit and I thought, it must be Vlad. And then I'm like, oh, problem. And then I'm like, oh, lemon. There's a lemon in there.
Yep.
So I solved it. I figured out what was going on at the very end and then sort of worked back to confirm things. And actually that helped with several of the clues that I didn't have quite finished.
Very good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do like the idea of "vid."
Mm-hmm.
Actually, my last word was one across. Speeding check, I have confidently wrote down trap
Oh, me too.
because it was 4 letters.
Yes.
And then for one down, be up, I had sat because I thought if you were down and then you sat up.
Right.
So that meant that speeding check was a sump.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, a sump, like a sump pump?
Mm.
And then I realized, oh, it's a bump. That kind of a check.
Mm-hmm.
So
I learned a new word, 54 across. Street urchin, a gayman.
yes.
I had never heard of that. I
you don't
wanted it to be wave, but there were too many squares.
you don't read a lot of Charles Dickens?
I did, but I don't remember that word being in there.
I think that's where I've read it. I know,
Uh-huh.
it's not a word that I use every day.
No.
I don't say, "Hello, you young gayman."
Uh-huh.
But
Boy.
I do like the word.
Yeah.
That's one of the things about the New York Times. You have all these words that you don't typically use or even remember knowing, but there they are in the grid.
There it is, but yeah. So it was a new one for me.
Yes. And speaking about not using words, 39 down, thinks nothing of, forgets.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
That was funny.
And 39 across, org that monitors on-air obscenity, and at this point probably doesn't do anything about it, FCC. Uh-oh, we might be in trouble now. Wait, no, we're not broadcasting. We should be safe.
I think so.
40 down was the European land where much of Game of Thrones was filmed, Croatia.
Croatia, yes.
I think they could have just gone to like northern Ottawa and they could have filmed it there. I don't think they had to go all the way to Croatia.
Well, we had Croatia, and then 20 across, we had, it was the birthplace of Madeleine Albright and Václav Havel, and that was Prague.
Yes.
So it was sort of an Eastern European theme going on there.
I noticed that. And then we had, actually in that same area, we had some really great clues. 6 down, nighttime sound, ? Long I.
Right.
That was brilliant.
Yes.
And what did you put down for 8 down? One with diplomatic plates in NYC.
UN rep.
See, I wanted to put down UN Del for delegate.
Oh.
And so for a while, I had imleached for 25 across, and I'm not sure what imleached meant. So, but eventually I realized it was UN rep. That helped a lot. And
first I put in envoy.
Oh, very nice.
But that didn't work very long. I mean, I thought of that when I was sleepy. Oh, envoy, it's got to be, but no.
See, I had 5 across vocally. I went aloud. I mean, I just sort of, so I didn't have to worry about the E there. The one next to it, 9 down, Mesa para dos. And, well, actually, it was Mesa para blank, request at a Spanish restaurant, and the answer turned out to be dos. Sorry, I was just so excited because I actually understood what that meant. I thought Mesa, it's one of those flat things you see in National Geographic specials, so it's a table. And para must mean four. And then dos, 2. Para. Table for 2. I now know how to get a table for 2 at a Spanish restaurant. Past that, I have nothing. There's no way. I'll just have to point at things on the menu.
Mesa para dos.
Dos, right. 11 down was futures experts, soothsayers.
Yes.
That's sort of amusing.
Very good.
And have you heard of 18 down, culture, vultures, concerns, arts?
No, I've never heard of that phrase, culture vulture.
Yeah.
That's unusual.
I guess I've seen it in 2 forms. One is as someone who sort of misappropriates other people's cultures for their own. Oh. And then people who just really like culture. So it seems to have sort of 2 meanings.
No, I'd never heard of that.
Yeah, but I had to look that up. That's how I found that.
Oh.
Because it's just like, what's that culture vulture? I mean, it sounds like vultures typically eat dead people, right?
They typically do, yes.
Or no, not necessarily dead people, but
dead meat, yes.
Yeah.
But which it is, it's rather negative. If you're a patron of the arts, somebody who loves art, then I would hate to be called a culture vulture.
Right.
I mean, I love art. Don't call me a culture vulture.
I sort of like the rhyme. I
Uh-huh.
do like the rhyme.
I suppose.
We had there a 31 across PR piece, and it was Puerto.
That's right.
That was brilliant.
Yes.
I was like, okay, some sort of a press release.
Yes.
You know, and
yeah, I was thinking, like a story or headline, or
right,
something like that. But Puerto of Puerto Rico.
Yes.
PR.
And 28 down, I did not know what to do with that at all. Prose postscript, and it was epilogue.
Yes.
I guess that makes sense in hindsight. And 33 down, trains for the Chicago White Sox, and it was L's, ELS.
That's right.
Nice job.
Now, that is one I got fairly quickly, but yep. So 24 down, it's needed to stay calm. Self-command. That was a new one.
Yeah, I was sure it was going to be self-control.
Yes,
I've never heard self-command.
Self-command, yeah.
I guess I should...
command of your own faculties, I guess.
Right. I don't know what that actually means, but okay. I guess if you're a dean, you're in charge of your own faculties.
That's true.
Something like that.
That's true.
Let's see. We had 60 down. Grammy in the UK was Nan.
Yes.
That was great. It's just like, okay, what's the equivalent of the Grammys? Like the BAFTAs? But, and then 61 down. Creature on the state flags of Michigan and Idaho. The elk.
The elk, yes. I wondered when it said creature.
Right.
That sounds like it might not be a real thing. Creature.
It was like a Yeti.
Yeah.
Well, I just happen to have here the flag of Wisconsin.
No creatures there.
And first of all, it's got the word Wisconsin on the top.
Yep.
And 1848 on the bottom.
Right.
So they want to educate people.
Yep. You definitely know it's the Wisconsin state flag.
I think as long as they're going to, and they've got e pluribus unum in the middle, so they're teaching people about the motto of the United States.
Right.
I think they could have done even more. I think they could have had like a DNA molecule. I mean, I think they're...
A little G for Green Bay Packers.
Formula for, I don't know, Schrodinger's equations or something like that.
Dairy cow.
Yeah, so the animal that they have appears to be a badger.
Yes.
And I don't really know what a badger looks like, but everything here is
a badger.
Everything here is a badger, so I just assumed.
Yep, that's
and
it.
then they seem to have, okay, so they've got a pick and a shovel. That's what, miners?
Mining.
And then they've got the anchor, so that's everything that happens on the rivers.
Right, and the lakes.
Right, and the lakes and the rivers. And then they've got someone with a fairly muscular looking arm, so I assume they're at Planet Fitness, and a hammer. That's what, building things?
I guess.
Construction? And then what appears to be a plow, like an old-fashioned plow.
Agriculture.
See, I think they need to redo this flag. I think they definitely need like a John Deere or a Caterpillar, and they could charge people for the honor of being on the Wisconsin flag.
Perhaps, yeah.
Instead of the anchor, they could have a boat. They could have like Mercury Marine or something like that.
Yeah. And then there's two men on it.
Yes.
One looks like a old-timey sailor.
Right. And the other's a fireman.
Is that what he is?
He seems to no, wait, I think he's a miner.
He's a miner.
Because he's got like a candle on his hat.
And he's holding a pickaxe.
That looks very dangerous to have first of all, it's a top hat. He's dressed up to go to the mine. You thought, well, I'm going to go to the mine, and then I have to pose for the flag of Wisconsin.
A cowboy hat.
There's a cornucopia of various fruits, and then they have
cherries and blueberries and cranberries,
right,
and apples. We have lots of apples up here.
And then finally, they have a stack of triangles. Some sort of a game. I don't know. Very interesting.
Maybe it's something related to Kawasaki, which is headquartered here in Wisconsin.
Okay. Well, anyways, that's the Wisconsin flag. Apparently,
no, is it Kawasaki or is it Harley Davidson?
Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'd like to apologize
forgive me.
to all
Forgive
you
me.
hog owners.
Yes, of which there are many.
And we are not talking about the swine type.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. So that's it.
Yep. The Wisconsin
Everything
flag.
you needed to know about Wisconsin.
Wow. Now I want to look at other states. so,
Let's see.
I bet they don't have miners and sailors on them.
A couple of others that I thought were sort of noteworthy. 34 down. Dreamily named rock group. And at first I thought ELO.
Me too.
But it was REM.
Right.
Much better.
Uh-huh. Makes sense. Yes.
And then, let's see, we had 59 down, which I know you got right away. Even if you were totally fatigued, Mani Petty brand.
Opie.
You
Yes,
got
I
Opie?
that right away.
Yeah, I never get that right away. Never, ever. One day, though, I hope that will be the case.
Okay.
All right. That is it for the crossword. An announcement that tomorrow and Friday we probably are not going to be doing our we're not going to be doing our podcast because we're going to be in a place that probably doesn't have internet. I'm not even sure if it has air. So if we do happen to find internet, we will do the podcast. Otherwise, we'll be back in a couple of days. Sunday, if we're not back by Monday, please send out a search party to find us.
Yes.
And in the meantime, you can always email us, crosswordpodcast@icloud.com, or click on the send fan mail link. We always love that.
Yep.
And we will be back again with our cutting-edge analysis of a crossword sometime in the near future.
Yep.
Probably Sunday.
Bye-bye.